Welcome to today's Explainer. All right, we have got a truly wild contrast to talk about today. On one hand, you have the durian, a fruit so infamously pungent, so incredibly smelly, that it's routinely banned from public transportation and hotels all across Southeast Asia. But on the other hand, you have the completely sterile, highly advanced environment of a modern hospital ward. These two things seem totally, utterly incompatible, right? Well, researchers have recently published this absolute blockbuster of a study in the journal Colloids and Surfaces A, detailing how they have taken the discarded, prickly husks of this notorious fruit and chemically transformed them into a cutting-edge medical breakthrough. I mean, it sounds completely like science fiction. Can the world's smelliest fruit actually heal your wounds? Now, to be clear, we aren't talking about just rubbing a piece of fruit on a scraped knee. We are talking about extracting a raw, natural polymer from literal garbage, chemically upgrading it at the molecular level, and turning it into an advanced infection-fighting bandage. It is just a fascinating journey of biochemistry and sustainability. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the durian waste problem, and this growing mountain of rinds. To really wrap our heads around the medical solution, we first have to understand the massive agricultural problem that sparked it. In places like Indonesia, durian is a massive commodity. But here's the catch. People only eat the soft pods inside. Those thick, spiky rinds, they are completely thrown away. And to give you a sense of scale, get this. This agricultural byproduct is projected to increase by a staggering 900,000 tons per year over the next 2 decades. It is an absolute ecological headache. But, where most of us just see trash, material scientists see a massive, completely untapped reservoir of raw materials. Moving right along to Section 2, cellulose, nature's building block. We're looking for the hidden treasure in the trash. So traditional wound dressings are actually increasingly being replaced by advanced materials made from biomass. Why? Because they attach really tightly without causing discomfort to the patient. And this is exactly why durian rind is actually a total goldmine. Believe it or not, over 60% of that stinky rind's composition is pure cellulose. And cellulose is the most abundant, renewable biopolymer on Earth. It's incredibly eco-friendly and highly biocompatible with the human body. So the researchers isolated this pure cellulose, which they call DRC. But there is a catch. Pure cellulose alone doesn't actually fight off infections. Which brings us to Section 3, solving the leaching problem, and exactly why current bandages fail. To make an antibacterial bandage, you obviously need to add an antibacterial agent, right? But here is where we hit a massive hurdle in modern medicine. The problem is leaching. Leaching happens when the antibacterial agents incorporated into a material essentially just bleed out of it over time. Think of it like a sponge soaked in soapy water. Eventually, the soap just washes away. When this happens in a medical dressing, the bandage completely loses its ability to suppress bacteria. And even worse, those toxic antibacterial substances can accumulate in the patient's body or bleed out into the environment. So the real goal for these researchers was to move away from those traditional leaching systems, which, sure, are highly efficient at first, but fade fast and contaminate their surroundings. They wanted to create a true non-leaching system. This is an advanced material where the antimicrobial agent is permanently fixed directly onto the surface of the cellulose fibers using incredibly strong covalent bonds. The medicine basically stays put, it lasts way longer, and it is entirely safe.
All right. Section 4, the chemistry of grafting. We are forging a molecular sword and shield. This is where the chemistry gets totally ingenious. First, they take that isolated cellulose from the durian rind. That's going to be our structural backbone, basically the shield. Second, they introduce a bioactive compound known as CIATA, which possesses some really powerful antibacterial properties. Finally, instead of just lazily mixing them together, they apply heat and a specific chemical reaction to literally fuse them. They permanently snap the CIATA molecules directly onto the cellulose backbone, creating a brand new grafted material called DRCG-CIATA. And the way this newly grafted material actually works? It is nothing short of fascinating. That CIATA compound acts exactly like a permanently attached molecular sword. It naturally carries a strong positive charge. Meanwhile, the cell surfaces of dangerous microorganisms naturally carry a negative charge, and in the microscopic world, opposites attract. So the positively charged grafted bandage physically yanks the bacteria in, and the CIATA literally punctures their cell walls.
The bacteria's defensive membranes get totally disrupted, their internal constituents leak out, and the microorganism dies on contact. And all of this happens without the sword ever detaching from the cellulose shield. This chemical trial by fire literally gives the durian waste superpowers. The researchers achieved a highly successful 30.4% grafting yield. But what's really cool is that under microscopic analysis, they found that the grafting process actually created a coarser, more porous structure. This remarkably increased its thermal stability. But most importantly for a wound dressing, the new material's ability to absorb water increased by almost 3 times. A bandage that can absorb 3 times the moisture is absolutely crucial and incredibly effective for nursing weeping wounds. Now, let's look at Section 5, Fighting Dangerous Pathogens, and see the durian defense in action. Because, a molecular sword is entirely useless if it can't actually slay the monsters lurking in our hospitals. The researchers put their durian-derived material to the test, and the results were just remarkable. It easily defeated Staphylococcus aureus and Staphylococcus epidermis, both super dangerous gram-positive bacteria known for causing severe hospital-acquired infections. But it didn't even stop at bacteria. The material also exhibited really powerful antifungal properties, successfully neutralizing Candida albicans, which is a very common and stubborn fungus. The durian defense held incredibly strong across the board. Bringing us to our final section, Section 6, the future of healing and really rethinking what we throw away. What started off as, frankly, a massive headache in agricultural waste management has yielded a highly sophisticated, low-cost medical material. As the researchers concluded in their Science Direct study, these antimicrobial properties exhibited potential application in biomedical healthcare fields. That is basically the understated scientific way of saying, hey, we just successfully created a framework for the next generation of advanced wound care. By chemically permanently locking a non-toxic antibacterial agent to a highly absorbent biocompatible natural fiber, they've solved the medical leaching problem and the durian waste problem in one very elegant swing. This explainer highlights the sheer power of chemistry, but more importantly, it completely challenges our perception of value. It leaves us with such a compelling question. How much of the waste in our world, all those millions of tons of agricultural byproduct we just toss out every single year, is actually a life-saving solution just waiting for the exact right chemical modification? The next massive medical miracle might literally be hiding in our trash. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep questioning what you see out there.